Okay, guys, it's May the 22nd, 2024. And once again, it's May the 22nd, 2024. 5/22/24. Yeah, it's May the 22nd, 2024. And I want you guys to know this, okay? Hold on. Let me just make sure that you guys can see.
Students from elementary school through college a chance to have their artwork appear on the outside of the sphere. 100 finalists have now been selected, and take a look at some of their colorful artwork. The challenge here was to create something inspired by the 4th of July. So these are renderings of what their work could look like on the sphere. And you can vote for a winner in each student group. 4 students will be selected by the public. Another 4 will be chosen by professional artists. All these are great, but the winners will be announced on July 4th. And to view all the artwork and vote, go to the sphere.
Okay, guys. Yeah. So July 4th, you see a particular event is going to occur. There's no doubt about it. Okay. But anyway, when folks say, we were investigating and auditing the FBI and NSA for the most part, and some of the folks who actually thought that they were in the CIA, but in all honesty were simply in the NSA. This is what we have found out. This is the logic that they honestly used in confronting this particular situation in regarding integration. They keep saying, so we don't want to hurt Shawn, even though it's unlawful technically. We don't want to hurt Shawn. So we don't want to see him poor and miserable, so our real husbands can be happy instead, since they purported raising his kids with us. So we don't want to be wealthy and take his money instead, even though he runs the U.S. government and he keeps the U.S. government running. All the money is coming from heaven. But we want to be happier instead. We are sure of it. He likes being miserable, saving the whole world, when he's only supposed to be focused on his family. So we don't want to hurt that kind of person. We don't want to hurt a person who knows he's supposed to save all of humanity and only saves himself. Wait a minute. Actually, that contrasts that's what I had to deal with in listening to the recordings, me and my team. So we don't want to have better cars than Shawn. So we don't want our husbands to become more handsome than Shawn. If we want these things, that's what we go for. That's what life is about. I'm sure of it. So we don't want to steal Shawn money, even though we know it's wrong. We don't want to do it. We feel as if we want to steal his money. So that means that it must be right, or it's part of natural law or something. We have to figure out if that's more right in nominal law than government law, public law. That's what I've had to deal with. These folks, honestly using that logic. And when my father said, I don't think that Shawn has any kids, I think a lookalike or robot were impregnating all the women who think they have kids with Shawn, I ended up impregnating my father's partner. I knocked out my fucking father. I had cops shoot him in both fucking legs. I amputated both his fucking legs. And I say, nigger, you are not my father. You're just a sperm donor. Shut the fuck up, Clay. You shut the fuck up. I am God. I am Jesus Christ. You're going to humble your fucking self. Don't ask of how I do these miraculous things. You humble your fucking self, man. You're not more handsome than me. I'm your son. You are not supposed to have to think of that. Only a nincompoop would actually, would actually perceive himself like that in reference to his son, in relating to his son. What kind of man are you? You are a little boy. Clay, you are a little boy. That's what a little boy is. So yeah, my father, but anyway. So what else was I? I just had to let him know that I'm serious. I couldn't say this calmly. I just needed to know that when I'm speaking to him and in person and that I'm calm, is because I respect him. But you're gonna take me seriously, and you're no longer gonna see me as your son or a person who was your son biologically, but clearly has gone insane, or clearly is some sort of a magician, or this and this and this and that. Clearly does not know how to forgive people, even though they refuse to forgive him. Well, for having condemned them to so much hell for just not being as perfect as he is. My family members, those who have been around me, ever since childhood, birth, they've gotten into a lot of trouble at times, not being as perfect as I am, ethically. And because of who I am, Jesus Christ, God, I am 1,300,000 years older than my earthly dad and the rest of my family members. I am so ancient, any sort of infraction, any sort of breach of my security of happiness or the threat of it led to them being restricted or placed in some sort of some sort of restriction. Not necessarily legal rehabilitation or jail or prison or any of that, but some sort of imposition, some sort of punishment. They've had to endure that. And I've had to be very mindful and respectful in accepting that and not overreacting. But when my father has crossed the line, and my mom, I want my mother to understand this, my mother in Antigua and Barbuda, understand this. You're just going to have to hush, okay? I've had enough. I make my decision. I was the kindest person in the world, and there was nothing wrong with me. Now, I have gotten to the point of saying, I am whatever you say I am. Okay? But I'm going to remain lawful in doing what you said I would do if I had the power to do it. Because it was always a test. Okay? I'm going to free the world, and I'm going to hurt people in freeing the world. And I'm going to do so lawfully and as ethically as possible. And I'm going to be quite demonstrative and shocking and awesome in doing so, without any sort of notoriety. Without any sort of notoriety, in all honesty. Okay? I want you guys to know that. There's no way you guys are going to be able to compete with me. I am 300,000 years older than everyone here on this planet and the rest of the universe. In all honesty, I'm the eldest son, offspring of God of the high universe. Eldest and by far, 1,000,000 years in soul age older than everyone else. I am literally nominal God over 2 universes. I want you guys to take my words seriously. I'm not going to be an asshole, okay? But I want you guys to take everything I say seriously, which everything that I've communicated is serious. Take it seriously. When I'm joking around, you know that I'm joking around. When I say I'm Jesus Christ, I am not joking around. When I say I'm God, I am certainly not joking around. When I say I'm going to punish you this way and that way for this particular crime, for this particular breach, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to break the law or offend ethics in doing so. But I make sure that I do what I have to do to send the right message, to deter further infractions and criminal breach and egregious violations and so forth. So, Corinne Japierre, you don't have a touchdown. Your Haitian Catholic priest husband, he's not a Catholic priest. We had surveillance on him, applying to purport being a Catholic priest. We know he hasn't worked. He hadn't worked for like 20 years. We know that he literally just wanted to hurt me for having taken you away and you haven't had my kid. I literally took you away, whether you believe it or not at this point, and haven't been brainwashed by your ex-husband. You are gone, Corinne. He just wanted revenge. Why did we target your ex-husband? Or you can call him your husband all you want to, Corinne. It is not going to matter anymore. Okay? He raped too many little girls. He raped too many women. He took you away from your original partner, your original husband. And he said it's because he has a big dick, and it's because he's tall and moderate. Well, he said handsome. Well, he can say whatever he wants about that. Okay? That your original partner was a midget Haitian. And he took you away when you said, no, I have a boyfriend or husband initially. And you said no to him over and over and over again. And his aggression eventually had you submit. That's not how life works. When a woman says, that's reality, that's how life works, that woman ends up with no man. And that man ends up with no woman and no penis. It always ends up that way. We in the higher universe, that's why we look as we look. No muscles, shockingly intelligent, okay? No aggression, assertive, cautious, patient, deliberate, and articulate. We did away with genitals, we did away with sex, all of the primitivity. Even though I do enjoy sex when I'm here in this world, naturally, obviously, but it's primitive. It's about 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes of fun. And usually, after about a few months or so, it's only about 5, 10 minutes of fun. And it's never really that much fun for the woman anyway. The anticipation is fun, and the ending is worthless to women. I promise you. I'm the only real man in the universe. I'm the only man with a capital M. As you can see in the movie, the day the Earth stood still, you see the gigantic robot-like being towering over humanity, levitating, controlling all things. That's me. That's me in my steroids AI body that scares everyone in the high universe. I hate when I show up that way. They always say, go back to the second dimension and go work on Earth. We are tired of you driving all the women crazy. All right? I don't drive them crazy per se, but they always anticipate that it's my father. And then when they read my mind, they know it's me. And they say, oh, he's here to take over. And they get offended by that. But that's what it is. Stop saying that size matters in that sort of way. I am so huge, this world is microscopic to me when I'm in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensions. Stop. I deserve every woman in this world. And I only settle on my $3,000. In every life, they eventually get to the point of being with me in a special community to raise government, intelligence, agents, and operatives. You know, in every life, every 100 years, dreaming into this planet. I can have every and any woman I want in this world. You better believe that, buddy. You better believe that. I am God. I am Jesus Christ. They wouldn't know how to resist me. I am Allah. I am Brahma. I am Yahweh. I am Confucius. I am Buddha. They wouldn't know how to refuse me. Young man, stop. Do you understand? Stop. My 3,000 daughters in heaven. We dream into this world, and they are my 3,000 wives in secret. When in this world, in heaven, they are my 3,000 original daughters who became the mothers of my royal children, my 10,000 royal children, my 3,000 angels. Okay? I am not a pedophile in this world. I don't have children with kids, and certainly not my biological and genetic daughters in the particular lifetime. Okay, I need you guys to accept it, and you guys know that's what I'm saying. I need you guys to accept that that's what I've always said. That's what I've always communicated when I communicated on this particular issue, this particular matter. You guys are not competition. There's no torture tactic that's going to work, Letitia James. I am shockingly intelligent and perfect in every one of my work papers and work reports and my legal article. Shockingly intelligent and not just genius, but ethically and moralistically wise. Shockingly wise beyond human comprehension. And impossible to breach. The logic and the principles are literally impossible to get around. There's no better argument for anything I have decided in policy and principle form. It's impossible to get around. You have to believe that you guys are only aiding my process, aiding my communication, aiding my perfection when you say we are going to abuse this guy on a daily basis. There's no point to it. I promise you, there's no point to it. Then why do I say that if there's no point to it? Because I'm going to crush you guys in ways that you guys cannot comprehend. When I say to stop, and you guys refuse to stop. When I say, okay, it's time to lay down the legal imposition, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to torture you guys on a daily basis for 15 years, Melvin Ote. On a daily basis. My agents are in training. We're going to torture you, and heaven is in training. Heaven is they're shaking their hands. They say, we're going to torture you guys for 15 years on a daily basis, Melvin Ote. And if Barack Obama wants some, bring it on. Barack is actually my tribal son in heaven, but he does not need to know that. I'm going to test his spirit. I'm going to test his conscience. But if he wants to bring it on, bring it on. Barack is 1,350,000 years younger than me. He does not have anything measurable to offer to me. Bring it on, nigga. Nigga, bring it on. You still the head nigga in charge? Nigga, bring it on. But anyway, I just had to speak in African American vernacular, not vernacular. Well, that's also correct. With vernacular, and I guess it's called ebonics every once in a while. So I have to prove that I've experienced the African American story and experience and so forth. I perceive myself as African American in this particular lifetime, my identity as I was in the previous lifetime. But yeah, but this is what I want you guys to know additionally. President Maduro, Nicolas Maduro, Caracas is going to get struck by the U.S. military over the next few months, at least over the next year. And we are going to remove President Maduro. We're going to fake his death, or he's going to purport going on the run. And he's going to go from town to town, village to village. For having thought that that's what I was doing in the United States and the Eastern Caribbean while he was trying to figure out where I am, to have me assassinated or dumped in the water and just let fate decide. We listen to the conversation. President Maduro, Venezuela is dead. There's no colony of Venezuela. There's no jurisdictional argument. There's no abstract argument that gets in the way or can supersede secretly, covertly, or expressly any nominal law, international or domestic or international. Stop playing with your minds. Life is not a game. Life is not a war game. Life is not a chess game. Life is about doing the right thing while everyone else is telling you do the wrong thing, because we are all doing the wrong thing, and that's the only way to stay protected is that all of us do the wrong thing. That's life. That's life. It's about doing the right thing when everyone else is telling you do the wrong thing. Okay? It's an opportunity for your soul to grow. If it does not grow, via hard work and being wise. It grows via being tormented by pain. Okay, I promise you. I signed up to go through a lot of pain. The pain that I went through over the past 15 years, all over the planet, especially here in the United States, in being essentially the only agent of the Central Intelligence Agency, the real agent, a real agent, as perceived as agent to the universe. Okay? I signed up to do so to make sure that my 10,000 royal children who were originally from Earth, who I took up to heaven, will be taken up with me to the higher universe when I move everything from the second dimension to the higher universe, my home universe. I have to take them all with me. They've been with me for 10,000 years. Our connection is unbreachable. They cannot be taken away from me. They're all dreaming, well, for the most part, many are dreaming into this world with me at this particular moment. Eventually, the rest will be naturally birthed into the wombs of my partners, my female partners, the secret angels, my wives in heaven. Okay, via my effort, my sexual effort. Okay, I don't want you guys to misunderstand anything I'm saying. You guys are gonna leave me alone with my 3,000 daughters. Yes, I am Abraham, Lot, Noah. Yes, the Bible covers up a lot of stuff. Yes, as Abraham, I had children with my daughters from heaven. I covered it up that way. Okay? I am Abraham, Lot, Noah, Father Abraham, Rama, God Almighty. Okay? I need you guys to accept that. Okay, so Manhattan is preparing for what it has to prepare. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Jesuits and the Jehovah's Witnesses, all of these volunteers from all over the country, they have gone to Manhattan and they're going to evacuate Manhattan over the next month. And on June 23rd, 24th, next month, this year, 2024, the demolition will happen. It will occur what I've detailed. Russia will do what I said it's going to do. The United States will help Russia do so in secret. And then Moscow will succumb to the demolition that I've explained. Atomic, really, it's really going to be atomic. Really, bombing, yeah, in all honesty. This is Armageddon. This is the second coming of Jesus Christ. We're going to stage the global war. Secretly Armageddon. The whole planet has been briefed. Secretly that Shawn, Dexter, John is Jesus Christ, reincarnated, Allah, Buddha, Rama, Yahweh, Confucius. And this is the second coming of Jesus Christ, and it's the beginning of pre-heaven. Into heaven in 500 years. Everyone will get in to heaven. Everyone has to pay up their moral debt. Life after life, everyone reincarnates until it's time to be taken up to heaven. And that's the good news. That's the secret. Okay? The whole planet has been briefed. All right? That's the secret. That's the secret. Okay, guys? I want you guys to accept that. All right, you guys accept it now. I'm testing you guys. I haven't been assertive yet. I haven't been aggressive yet. My team in heaven, they're saying we're just testing you guys. We haven't been aggressive. I said we were listening to you guys saying we're going to do what we're going to do no matter what. We're going to use your logic. And we say, oh my God, human beings. Well, some of these folks were told that they're from the higher universe and they ought to be able to have some sort of leverage, especially in the collective, no matter how uneducated they are or unintelligent or unwise, based on this young man's assessment. Okay, the arrogance I've had to deal with. Well, we'll keep testing them. We'll see. Okay, we'll see.